You're watching Tag TV.
From Kashmir to Kanyakumari, India is a spellbinding mosaic of culture, tradition, languages and an extraordinary mingling civilization. Keeping its age-old culture maintained, today the country is taking huge strides in the path of development. Hello, I'm your host Shreya Savijay, and today in our episode of My India, we bring you some of the stories that will give a glimpse of our country's diversity. India is a country where a number of festivals are celebrated all around the year. With the arrival of Shravan or Sawan come many occasions and festivals that revolve around religious practices and rituals. One such festival is that of Nag Panchami, celebrated all over the country to worship the snake lord. This year, the festival was celebrated in various cities of India after the long pandemic break. Take a look.
Festivals in India revolve around religion, traditions, culture and fervour. Citizens around the country celebrate a number of festivals to mark their devotion towards religious deities and perform prayers to fulfill their wishes. One such festival is that of Nag Panchami, where the Nag Devta or serpent gods is worshipped by devotees all around the country. After the long pandemic break, the festival was celebrated with great fervour across India.
इस वर्ष जो है कोविड की वजह से जो विगत कई वर्षों से होता चला आ रहा कार्यक्रम वो अब की शासन प्रशासन की अनुमति के बिना जो है ना हो करके जो वार्षिक 56 भोग एवं विशाल प्रभु नागेश्वर का श्रृंगार जो होता है उसकी अद्भुत घटा सभी भक्तों को शिव भक्तों को दिखाई देगी.
Celebrated every year on the 50th of the fortnight leading to the full moon, during the monsoon month of Shravan, devotees offered milk and water to Lord Shiva, the Hindu god of destruction. It is believed that snakes are associated with Lord Shiva and the deity is seen with a snake coiled around his neck. Devotees believe that offering milk to the serpent lord on this day impresses him, because of which Nag Devta protects individuals and their families from their evil eye. Worshippers observe a fast throughout the day and there is a general belief that feeding milk to the snake rids devotees of their problems.
आज के दिन इनको दूध चढ़ाने से, अनाज चढ़ाने से, फल फूल चढ़ाने से, हर गंगा जल चढ़ाने से सारे दोष मिट जाते हैं.
यहाँ नाग पंचमी के दिन यहाँ सब लोग यहाँ पे शंकर जी भोलेनाथ के मंदिर पे आके दूध लावा चढ़ाते हैं तो अपने मनोकामना मांगते हैं. भगवान शिव जी उनके मनोकामना पूर्ण करते हैं.
The snake lord finds mention in several Hindu scriptures. Lord Shiva's snake Vasuki is mentioned in many scriptures where it played a vital role during the Samudra Manthan or the episode of churning nectar from the ocean.
Sufism has entrenched itself at the center of cultural and spiritual life in India. Dargahs of Sufi saints in almost every part of the country are the rich reservoirs of this mystical tradition that preaches peace and harmony. Today, in our episode of My India, we'll take you to one such dargah in capital city New Delhi, which is famous all over the country for showing a picture of unified and undivided India. Captivated in the jam-packed lanes of Nizamuddin West area of New Delhi, the Dargah of Hazrat Nizamuddin is among the most famous religious sites situated in India. Decorated with glittering lights and echoing with magic and mysticism, the Dargah is an epitome of religious harmony and bonhomie, which is practiced within the length and breadth of the entire country. It is visited by thousands of pilgrims every week belonging to different castes and communities.
हर जुम्मेरात को निजामुद्दीन दरगाह पे आके अपनी हाजिरी लगाता हूँ और यहाँ पे आके मुझे बहुत खुशी मिलती है, बहुत सुकून मिलता है और हमें बहुत अच्छा लगता है जब हम सब एकजुट एक प्लेटफॉर्म पे खड़े होके अपनी अपनी ज़रूरतों को ज़ाहिर करते हैं, अपनी अपनी हाजतों को ज़ाहिर करते हैं, अपनी अपनी दुआओं को मांगते हैं और उम्मीद लगाते हैं कि वो जो दुआएं हमने मांगी है इस मज़हब के लिए, यहाँ के लोगों के लिए, आपसी मोहब्बत के लिए, भाईचारे के लिए वो पूरी होंगी। और मैं मानता हूँ कि बहुत ही नेक जगह है, यहाँ पे आके यकीनन दिल को बहुत सुकून मिलता है। और जो भी दर्शक हैं आपके माध्यम से जो देख रहे हैं, सुन रहे हैं, वो भी आएँ और जो है ऐसी नेक जगहों पे जाके अपनी मुरादों को पूरी करें।
Built in Islamic style architecture, Nizamuddin Dargah is a beautiful structure comprising intricate lattice screens and a vast courtyard framed by marble arches dating back to 14th century. The main structure of the Dargah was built by Muhammad bin Tughlaq in the year 1325 following Nizamuddin's death. Enlightening the atmosphere of Dargah, spellbinding Qawwali performances are sung in praise of Allah, which is a treat to the human ear and soul. It is said that Saint Nizamuddin had asked that there should be sama or musical festivities at his funeral procession, and the tradition is still being followed. Well recognized for seeking truth, love and knowledge through a more personal experience with the Creator being, Nizamuddin Aulia is respected by the people of all communities.
वो महबूब इलाही का जो था, प्यार मोहब्बत का, भाईचारा का, कम्युनल हारमनी का था। महबूब इलाही ने हर धर्म के लोगों को अपने गले से लगाया है। सब यहाँ पे आज भी 70% नॉन मुस्लिम दरबार में डेली आते हैं दर्शन के लिए, बिना किसी भेदभाव के यहाँ आते हैं। और दरबार में रोज़ाना यहाँ पे लंगर होता है, जिसमें जो है सिर्फ वेजिटेरियन का हम लोग इंतज़ाम करते हैं हफ्ते में 4 दिन, ट्यूसडे, थर्सडे, सैटरडे, संडे, जिसमें प्योर वेज लंगर होता है। क्योंकि दरबार में आप देखें हर धर्म के लोग आते हैं, जैनी भी आते हैं जो प्याज लहसुन तक नहीं खाते, तो स्पेशली उस लंगर में जो है हम प्याज लहसुन भी कुछ यूज़ नहीं करते।
Besides housing the tomb of the saint, the Dargah also has the tomb of Amir Khusro, one of the greatest Urdu and Persian poets. The Dargah of Sufi saints clearly indicate that the lesson of humanity and compassion are deeply embedded in the Indian culture. Now, a roundup of some of the major stories that made news recently.
An Indian sculptor, Pawan Bhatt from the western desert state of Rajasthan, has created captivating statues depicting the 12 poses from the popular sun salutation yoga poses to promote health awareness in the country. Sun salutation or Surya Namaskar is a yogic exercise consisting of 12 gracefully linked poses of asanas that are said to be healthy for the whole body.
वेशभूषा से क्या होता है कि थोड़ा सा हम किसी को वो करते हैं कि भाई ये फला धर्म का है, ये दूसरे धर्म का है, तो हमने ये नहीं बनाया बिकॉज मैं चाह रहा था एक एब्स्ट्रैक्ट फॉर्म में आए, हमें जस्ट मैसेज देना है, हमें किसी कंट्रोवर्सी किसी भी उसमें नहीं जाना है। हालांकि ये पौराणिक हमारा हिंदू धर्म का ही एक है, बट मुझे फ़िलहाल मैं चाह रहा था हेल्थ वाइज लोगों को इसका बेनिफिट मिले, इस मूर्ति को ये जहाँ भी लगे पब्लिक प्लेस पे, इसको देख के लोग इंस्पायर हों।
Bhatt has not installed any clothes, jewelry or even a face of hair in the statues of yoga, citing 2 reasons. He says that yoga is not just some physical exercise but takes care of the entire well-being of a person, including mental and spiritual. Secondly, Bhatt believes that although yoga originates from Hinduism, it belongs to everyone, and by putting any particular attire or face on the statues, he didn't want to associate it with any religion, gender or region. Yoga is an ancient Hindu practice gaining popularity across the world among health enthusiasts. The sale of products made of cow dung by rural women of India's central Rajnandgaon district has found a place in the online market, creating favorable chances for the items to reach a wider market. Cow dung products made by around 4,000 women of 354 self-help groups have reached the online platform, as that has not only made the products more accessible but has also allowed women to step out of the house and earn a livelihood.
इन गोठानों में गोबर से अन्य प्रोडक्ट भी बनाए जा रहे हैं, इसमें उपले हैं, दिए हैं या अन्य सामग्री है, और उसको भी बेचा जा रहा है। हम लोगों ने ऑफलाइन बेचने का प्रयास किया है, इसके साथ साथ नगर निगम राजनांदगांव ने एक अनूठा प्रयास किया कि जो ई कॉमर्स प्लेटफॉर्म है उस पे भी वर्मी कंपोस्ट और अन्य उत्पाद गोबर के बेचने का कार्य चालू किया है और अभी पिछले कुछ दिन पहले ही आरंभ हुआ और अभी तक लगभग 1 लाख रुपए का ऑर्डर हमको मिल चुका है।
Under a government scheme, Gauthams have been dedicated to the rearing of cattle to prevent overgrazing and subsequent soil erosion. The cow dung collected at these Gauthams in the district is being used by self-help groups to make products. Cow dung is rich in minerals and is used as manure as well as in the production of biogas. A temple library in eastern Bodh Gaya town is housing Hindu and Buddhist manuscripts which are rare and 2,500 years. The hermits at Shankaracharya temple said they are still digging for the origins of some of the manuscripts. The origins of some are still unknown.
लाइब्रेरी की स्थापना जो है वो 1867 से लेकर के 1880 के बीच में तत्कालीन महंत हेम नारायण गिरी के द्वारा किया गया है और ग्रंथों के माध्यम से मुझे ये भी ज्ञात हुआ कि लाइब्रेरी का मुख्य उद्देश्य बौद्ध धर्म और सनातन धर्म में जितने भी प्राचीन ग्रंथ हैं उनका संकलन करना था और इन संकलन को समाज के प्रत्येक वर्ग तक कैसे पहुंचाया जा सके ये प्रयास था।
The library at the temple also has commentaries from great scholars on all the 4 Vedas, ancient Hindu and yogic texts of knowledge and wisdom. A book written by the district magistrate in 1922 mentions that the library at Bodh Gaya monastery was of significant importance as scholars from countries like Britain, the US, Myanmar, Korea and Sri Lanka were members there, said a hermit at the library.
Moving on, we will take you to Ahmedabad city of Gujarat, where a Muslim man has been breaking all religious barriers by selling creative rakhis that have valuable messages on them, along with giving out the message of communal harmony. Take a look. Decked up with a range of colourful rakhis, the shop of Behleem Iqbal has become the talk of the town in Ahmedabad city of Gujarat. This shop sells rakhis with beautiful and meaningful messages scribbled on them, which are nicely decorated on their covers. Presently, as the entire world is fighting with pandemic, Iqbal used his creativity to create awareness about virus along with the importance of vaccination.
पहले ये एक अवेयरनेस की राखियाँ बनाती थी मुस्लिम महिलाएं। वो महिलाओं का एक अक्खा ग्रुप है 10-12 का। उन्होंने पहले बेटी बचाओ व्यसन मुक्ति, अभी उन्होंने देखा कि 3 साल से कोरोना की 2 साल से महामारी ऐसी है और पूरी दुनिया में हाहाकार मच गया, तो उनको देखते हुए वो बहनों ने ये फिर कोरोना को भगाने के लिए और कोरोना से बचने के लिए और अवेयरनेस जाने के लिए पूरी आलम के लिए एक भाईचारे का मैसेज देने वाली राखियाँ बनाई है।
Though Raksha Bandhan is a prominent Hindu festival on which sisters tie rakhis on their brother's wrist and wish for their well-being and prosperity, Iqbal, being a Muslim, never fails to reach up to the expectation of his buyers who really admire the uniqueness of his rakhis. Iqbal has been showcasing his creativity along with giving out loud the message of religious harmony and brotherhood for years.
ये राखी एक पवित्र त्यौहार है और पवित्र त्यौहार होने के साथ में ये त्यौहार ऐसा है कि गरीब अमीर सभी लोग बनाते, तो इस त्यौहार की जो खुशी से ये कि ये एक बहन होती है भाई को अपनी राखी बांधती है और पवित्र राखी में भाई उसको सौगात देता है। तो जो ये राखियाँ का एक मैसेज जो ये पहचाना चाहिए कि पूरे हिंदुस्तान में भाईचारा का मैसेज के साथ।
It is these small efforts by ordinary people like Iqbal that make a huge difference in future and contribute to strengthening the secular fabric of our country. Now we will take you to the most magnificent and unexplored land of Himalayas, Ladakh. Blessed with incredible topography that comprises of hilly terrains, high altitude peaks and the lush green grasslands, Ladakh has a plethora of tourist attractions to offer. Let's take you to explore a few of them.
Wedged between Kunlun Mountains in the north and the Himalayas in the south, Ladakh is one of the highest and most picturesque destinations in the country. There are many fascinating spots in the region that can catch the eye of the wanderlust. One among them is the river confluence of Zanskar and Indus in its Leh district. Popularly known as Sangam, this confluence is nothing short of a glimpse of heaven. While the gurgling sound of rivers enables you to experience the relaxing melodies of nature, the towering Himalayas in the backdrop intensify the charm of the amalgam. Moreover, as the confluence keeps changing colors depending on the position of the sun, it is altogether a different sight at various times of the day. People visiting this site can also go for activities like river rafting to bring out the adventure junkie in them.
जगह बहुत खूबसूरत है और यहाँ पर हमें राफ्टिंग करके बहुत अच्छा लगा और सभी से मैं कहना चाहूँगी कि यहाँ जगह बहुत सुंदर है, इसलिए इसकी साफ़ सफाई का ध्यान रखें, कोई गंदगी ना फैलाए और सब लोग यहाँ पर आए और एंजॉय करें।
Magnetic Hill, a place where gravity takes a backseat, is another fascinating site to visit in Leh. Lying on the Leh-Kargil-Srinagar National Highway, the road is said to attract stationary vehicles upwards when left with an engine off on an indicated spot. While according to one theory, the hill has a strong magnetic force, the others say that the hill does not really have a magnetic force, but it just creates an optical illusion of sorts so that the road, which actually goes downhill, seems as if it goes uphill. Next one in the list is Shanti Stupa, which is a magnificent white domed Buddhist monument on a hilltop in Chanspa area in Leh. One of the 7 Buddhist stupas across the world, it was built in 1991 by a Japanese Buddhist bhikshu, Gyomyo Nakamura, as part of Peace Pagoda mission. The stupa reflects a unique architecture style. While the first level of the stupa houses a life-sized figure of Gautam Buddha, the second one contains murals depicting 3 incidents in the Lord's life: his birth, his death, and attainment of Mahanirvana. Ever since the COVID-19 restrictions have been lifted, tourists are flocking in large numbers to Ladakh to experience its rich culture and beauty.
यहाँ पर मैं सेकेंड टाइम आया हूँ। ये बहुत ही ज़्यादा ब्यूटीफुल प्लेस है। जैसे अभी तो हम ट्रांजिट लद्दाख से होके श्रीनगर जा रहे हैं। यहाँ का हर एक शहर, हर एक कस्बा, हर एक गांव एक खुद की अलग ही ब्यूटी बनाए रखे हैं। तो आप यहाँ पर कहीं भी स्टे कर लो, कहीं भी रुक जाओ, जहाँ मन करे वहाँ रुक जाओ, वो आपको एक अलग ही एक्सपीरियंस देगा।
Still unadulterated with modernity and having a wonderful blend of Indian, Tibetan and Buddhism linings, Ladakh is definitely a place which is worth paying a visit to.
Next, we bring you a few short stories about the recent developments and happenings from around the world in our section World in Focus.
In the wake of coronavirus, the culture of remote work has become common in Japan. But sometimes, when the option of working at home is not available, people are compelled to use public facility or places like restaurant or cafe for work. This, however, is a problem as restaurants and cafes lack privacy. For people in the business, it would not be appropriate to sit in cafes for professional talks, for there might be noise in the background. These booths are a solution to the problem. Known as station work, these ultra-small offices are located inside train station and can be booked online as well, as opened with the code scanner that is sent to your smartphone and can be used directly if vacant.
コロナウイルスの拡大でウェブ会議がすごく広がってます。ですので、ニーズとしては中でテレビ会議ができるというようなニーズがすごくお客様のニーズを捉えています。であとは中のネット環境ですとか空調も効いた環境になっているので、暑かったり寒かったりしても中で落ち着いた環境で快適な環境で仕事ができるようになっております。
The booth is soundproof and it has enough space for one person to work. A computer can be placed on small table and could be connected to the internet. There is also an air cleaner and sanitizer as a precaution against coronavirus. These booths are placed strategically to offer an additional advantage for train stations that provides quick access to many places. The sound of trumpets filled the air as thousands of people crowded into a small Serbian town for the 60th Guka Brass Band Festival. Launched in 1961, when just 4 bands competed for the Golden Trumpet Trophy and only 2,500 visitors attended, the festival is now Serbia's liveliest traditional music event. This year, visitors were asked for vaccination certificates or a negative COVID-19 test if they want to enter Guka, a small town in the rolling hills of southwestern Serbia amid the pandemic.
The situation is like that everywhere in the world, and we have to learn to live with that. And we cannot stop the music, we cannot stop to live just for a virus. The fear, we have to take it out and live these kind of moments. Just live the music, live the culture, live it, help together to live better. That's everything that we can do.
Brass bands have a long tradition in Serbia, stretching back to a royal decree establishing a military ensemble in 1831. And group of musicians are present at events spanning births to weddings to funerals. Restaurants in Japan are facing difficulties due to coronavirus pandemic. Emerging as a solution to this, the idea of in-home chef is becoming popular. Under it, professional chefs cook at home and people enjoy restaurant-quality meals. But unlike food delivery services, customers can discuss their requirements with the chef when he visits them.
うまくいく時もあれば流れが悪い時もあるし、その厨房キッチンにもよりますし、道具にもよりますし、食材にもよりますし、食材見てパパパってこれ作ろうと思う時はいいんですけど、食材が限られたものとかだとイメージが湧いてこないんで、それは難しいですね、やっぱり。
Working parents are also finding in-home chef service very helpful. It is easy to order using subscription service online in which the chef prepares meals for 3 to 4 nights for a fee of about $70 per visit, not including food cost. Because of corona situation, restaurants in some areas in Japan are asked to shorten their business hours. So more chefs are accepting the idea of taking their professional skill to customers' home. In this way, they can keep their business going on and make more people familiar with their delicious food.
That's all we have for you in this week's episode. Your comments and suggestions are important to us. Do give us your feedback at myindia@nin.com. I'm your host Shreya Savijay, and it's goodbye from the entire production team.
Subscribe Tag TV YouTube channel and press the notification button.